Hi, it's Carl Brower, and I'm standing next to the 2025 Toyota Sienna minivan.
This van was last redesigned in 2021 when it received a much bolder exterior style plus a standard hybrid drivetrain.
That means all Toyota Siennas now include a 2.5-liter engine attached to an electric motor and a continuously variable transmission. This gets the car up to 36 miles per gallon. It got some improvements for 2025, and let's talk about them. The technology pedigree on this van has definitely been kicked up a notch. Maybe the coolest example is this interior radar system that can sense movement inside the van. That means that you can park the van and walk away, and if somebody was left inside, the van will notify you that there's movement in the van and you probably need to come back and get somebody, maybe a pet, maybe a child, out of the van. Sienna drivers will quickly notice they're getting the latest Toyota interface, and it's now accessible through an available 12.3-inch central touchscreen. There's also an available 12.3-inch customizable gauge cluster, and on high-end models like this Platinum I'm sitting in, a black and macadamia leather seat interior. It's also accented by a wood grain center console. Top-of-the-line Platinum trim buyers will also get a standard vacuum cleaner and a standard center console chiller. And we're talking not just chilled drinks, but the ability to actually get cold enough to keep ice cream frozen. These features are standard on this top-of-the-line Platinum, but you can also get them on the limited trim. Driving the 2025 Toyota Sienna with all of its updates for this model year, this van still looked very contemporary, I think. The styling was pretty bold when it came out 5 years ago, and it's holding up quite well. And mechanically, same thing. Toyota really didn't need to do anything to the mechanicals, and they didn't as a result. So whether it's the power from the hybrid drivetrain or things like steering feel and ride quality and seat comfort, everything really feels contemporary and competitive in this van. So it didn't need any kind of sweeping updates. Instead, they did more of like a technology injection with things like the larger touchscreen and customizable gauge cluster, as well as the radar system that can sense when someone is in the vehicle. If you leave someone or something that's moving around in the vehicle, it will let you know. Of course, the chiller that doesn't just cool things down enough to make them pleasant for drinking, but even will hold frozen food frozen. So bring those ice cream cones with you or those ice cream bars and hand them out when you get to your rest stop. I think one of the best features that the Sienna offers is all-wheel drive. It comes standard on the Woodland Edition, but it's available on all trim levels from the base LE up to the Platinum we're driving right now. And if you get the Platinum, you get a lot of other premium features. I've got a heads-up display in front of me right here. I'm sitting on a heated and cooled seat. There's a pretty large screen that folds down back here for rear entertainment, and it has 2 headsets that go with it. And of course, there's a sunroof here if you're looking for a little view outside, and a lot of safety equipment, a lot of safety technology. Toyota's pretty much putting that in everything, but of course, something like a minivan, they're not going to hold back. So all of the Toyota Safety Sense latest technologies, radar cruise control, lane keeping assist, automatic emergency braking, 360 view for when you're parking in tight areas. I also can see I've got a digital mirror here. And this is really why I think people forget that minivans are, in most cases, the better option for most people if you're transporting a family or a soccer team or a bunch of executives. They suffer from the minivan reputation or image that people don't want. But if you've got the ability to get past that and remember that they're the most space-efficient shape, they've got the most easy entry and exit with the sliding doors, and they've got the best ride quality and features like we've been talking about that are very people-friendly, family-friendly. I don't know how many SUVs right now still you can keep your ice cream frozen in. So, as I always say, if you see somebody driving a minivan, there's someone who probably has figured out the best form of people motivation and transportation, and they're also very secure, and they don't care what other people think. And I actually have more respect for people like that than the ones who feel like they have to buy the right vehicle to send the right message to everyone else. Those Increases in screen size are another big change for 2025. We do have the larger 12.3-inch touchscreen in the center and the 12.3-inch customizable gauge cluster here. There's also a whole new interface here that uses voice command where you can ask Toyota questions and it'll answer them for you or give you options for directions and climate control. And there is a new audio system as well, an upgraded higher quality audio system this year. And of course, the Platinum that we're in is going to have all of these things as standard. The minivan market isn't what it used to be. It's been largely overrun by the SUV market, especially for family buyers. But there remain a core group of people who not only understand and recognize, but fully appreciate the advantages that minivans do offer over SUVs. They're not shaped like a box for nothing. The box is the most space-efficient design you can have. And if you're looking for maximum interior capacity, maximum ease of entry and exit, and maximum flexibility in hauling people or things, a minivan is always better than an SUV. They can't go off-road, but they otherwise offer everything an SUV offers. And that's why Toyota has upgraded the 2025 Sienna with these features like the radar detecting inside, the improved touch screens, and of course that great chiller system that actually can keep ice cream frozen for those long trips. We appreciate what Toyota's doing, and we're glad there's still minivans out there for people who are, well, secure enough to drive a minivan instead of an SUV and appreciate all the advantages they offer.